Hello everyone, my name is SiC. Welcome back to Ready or Not. We are a day or two actually away from a bit of controversy surrounding Ready or Not. It disappeared from the Steam store, which, well, they didn't give a very specific reason, and certainly a lot of a lot of suggestions were made, particularly surrounding this map, the Neon Nightclub. Supposedly, they released this update on the day of the anniversary of a mass shooting in a nightclub in the United States. Now, I was not aware. It might have been true, but it turns out there was a trademark or IP infringement, and so they had to remove something from the game. There has been an update that they pushed out. They removed the copyrighted material, supposedly, and now the game is back for sale on Steam. So, yeah, not sure what to make of that. Actually, it's yeah, the night map was in here for a while as a white box map, so it just received a final art pass. Nobody made a huge stink about having a nightclub. Maybe the day of the release was a bit strange. Maybe you might say opportunistic. Then again, at the same time, at first, I don't keep up with all the mass shootings in the United States. There's so many. The list goes on and on. It's crazy. At first, honestly, I thought it was like the nightclub shooting, like a terrorist attack that happened in Paris. I thought it was about that, but no. Apparently, it was a US thing, and I don't know, man. It seems like you could make a huge stink about a gas station map as well, because robberies go wrong all the time in gas stations. People lose their lives there. It's a horrible event. I don't see how that will be different from a mass shooting. Now, there is, of course, the debate about the school map as well. There is not a school map in the game yet, but of course, the developers already said that they are going to add a school shooting map. Presumably, it's going to be a mass shooter scenario. It makes sense. And a lot of people are up in arms about this. A lot of people are on the side of freedom of speech as well, I guess. Like they feel that this is something we should be able to show. I can see both sides, honestly. I don't mind having a school map. The problem being that it needs to be done well. And here's the thing about Ready or Not. I like the game. The gameplay, solid, right? But there's a ton of childish things going on in this game as well. Mostly in the environment. When you look at the environment, like you will see used flashlights. Not just a flashlight, no, a used flashlight. You'll see little trophies of a hand holding a dildo. Bullshit like that. And when you add childish things like that, it makes me really wonder if you have the maturity to handle a school shooter level well. That said, I've recently read a PC Gamer article actually surrounding the disappearance of Ready or Not, and in there they also mentioned the school shooting map that they are going to add. And somewhere in the text it said, presumably, we would be there to stop the mass shooting and not engage in the mass shooting. And I'm like, I read that and I was like, what the actual fuck? Do you play as the police in this game? You play a SWAT team. Do you honestly think that SWAT team is going in there to help the shooter kill more children? Like, that feels to me like they just want to stoke the fire a little bit and get people all riled up. It's like, oh no, we have no idea how this is going to play out. We have no idea. Maybe you're there to help. Like, what the actual fuck? Of course, you're not there to help. You're there to stop that shooting. Um, and it's debatable. Like, on the one hand, this is an entertainment product. School shootings are a serious business. It is absolutely horrendous that these things happen in real life. But apparently, and this I might get a little bit political here, but apparently it's not serious or fucked up enough to actually do something that might prevent those shootings from happening in real life. Like, how many school shootings have there been over the years? There's been countless amounts of school shootings. Countless. So many children have lost their lives. Teachers have lost their lives. And they just keep pushing the problem away. Like, they never ban guns. They blame video games. They blame heavy metal music, as the reason as to why this is happening. And the reason is never easy access to guns, a lack of background checks, things like that. No. Those are never the problem. Like, it blows my mind, and it makes me happy that I don't live in the United States. It's a nice country, plenty of great people. I traveled around the United States, amazing nature. I've been hitchhiking there. I met a lot of great people, but it's missing some elementary things, I would say, and people don't seem to realize, or at least not to the extent that change is actually forced to happen. Anyway, I don't want to get too political, but it seems to me that a video game, if done well, despite being an entertainment product, can actually immerse people into a scenario, because usually, you hear about this on the news, right? There's been a mass shooting in Vegas. There's been a mass shooting in a school here. There's been a mass shooting in a mosque in New Zealand. It's so far away. And the human mind has problems with imagining, for example, 50 people died, but at some point you cannot really imagine the lives of 50 people. So it becomes a statistic. It's kind of like what Joseph Stalin said, like the deaths of 1 million people is a statistic, and the death of one person is a tragedy, because you can immerse yourself into the life of one person. But as soon as you open up that, as soon as the number grows, you cannot imagine all the people. But video games, if done well, they have this ability to transport you into a situation. You don't just hear about it on the news. You have like the ability to step into that classroom, and you see the dead children. And I don't know, I feel like that could be beneficial for some people. Definitely for all people. But it reminds me of Red Orchestra 2, when that game first came out. Red Orchestra 2 made a huge effort to humanize the characters in that game. You would hear people swearing and screaming and yelling, and especially if you shot someone, there were a bunch of death screams that were just really well done. Like, the recordings of those were incredible, and it made you feel it made the game feel real. Like, you could immerse yourself into that world, and suddenly you would hear someone cry for their mom in a very realistic fashion. I remember being on a bit of a spree myself, you might say. There was a train station map, and I had a bolt action rifle, and this train station map was super close quarters. Like, there was hardly room to move, and I shot like 5 people. I reloaded. I shot 5 more. I reloaded. I shot several more. And in the end, I got kind of cornered. I did a bayonet charge, and I ended up stabbing 2 more Germans. I was playing as a Soviet, by the way. I felt amazing. Like, in the space of like 5 minutes, I shot and killed 17 people. For video games, that's incredible, especially if you die with a single shot. As well as being in an environment that doesn't suit the weapon you're carrying. Bolt action rifles suck if you go up against SMGs in this very close space. So I was feeling really good. And then the last guy that I stabbed with the bayonet, he fell up against the wall. He slumped down. And then he started crying for his mom. And the voice acting was so real that I stopped. I stopped moving around. I stopped what I did. And I was just listening. And I was like, holy shit. I feel like shit now. You know, not like actual shit, but like I felt pretty bad. I felt pretty bad about, or it made me realize that this entertainment product that I was playing, while a serious game, does in fact represent war, a horrible event, you know, life-shattering events. And it made me take a step back and realize what I was playing at. Similarly, there was another map, the grain elevator map, where someone shot a Russian in the throat as we were going up the levels, or in the levels in that grain elevator. He happened to shoot him in the throat, and the Soviet just like collapsed back. He had this animation where he was, you know, grabbing his throat. He had like a choking death scream that lasted like a full minute. And I remember clearly that the guy who shot him, you know, was a panic reaction. This guy came around the corner, he just shot from the hip, happened to shoot him in the neck, and the Soviet ended up, you know, crawling around on the floor, choking with this horrible noise. And I remember that guy who made that kill actually typed, "I'm so sorry," in the chat, you know, like, so video games have this possibility to immerse a person into a setting, into an environment, into an event, in a way that movies cannot do, in a way that books cannot do, news articles cannot do, but you need to do it well. So for all the controversy that Ready or Not might get attributed to, if done well, I think this could be a valuable learning tool for some people, but you need to cut out the childish bullshit. Anyway, I noticed I've been talking for close to 12 minutes now, and it's time to get some gameplay going, because, come on. I did not start this video to have this talk, really. I mean, I just needed to get it off my chest. So, without further ado, let's get started. One final thought, actually. Something that struck me as interesting as well is that this article seemed to mention the school shooting map specifically as a huge problem because it dealt with the subject of mass shootings. But of course, there are already maps in the game that support a mass shooting scenario, like the gas station, for example. So nobody seems to care really about the idea of a mass shooting except for the fact that it's set at a school. Anyway, let's go. Also, the Neo nightclub, this map was called Prism before. So now apparently there is a real life club or nightclub that is called something like Prism, and that was the problem. They were upset at the idea of a match presented in a nightclub of the same name.
Suspects have taken refuge in the area and are refusing to cooperate.
Holy shit. That is a ton of people. I know they said mass shooting, or that we have mass shooting scenarios in this game, but holy shit. That is a ton of people. Also, this art pass is really good. It has a ton of detail now that was not there before. Anyway, I don't want to put a wedge there. I want to have a peek. Except this door is mirror blocked, so we don't really have the choice. This looks really good, actually. But yeah, apparently, you know, they had to change the sign here as well. It used to say Prism, I guess. Now it just says Neon, because I needed it to come up with a name quickly, I suppose. Those are the footsteps of friendlies. Holy shit. I knew I heard a voice, but I did not expect that to be so close.
Civilian is down, but breathing. Notify EMTs.
Talk to Element.
We've got a dead suspect here.
Talk to entry team. Copy that.
I
Entry
guess
team.
we now
Proceed with
we
mission.
now report all the dead bodies all at once. I suppose. Because I reported that one and I cannot report everyone else. So I guess we report these guys on a room by room basis because there are so many.
Please,
Hands
just
up,
get
pump
us
your
out
head.
of here.
I got some raving people who came here for the rave, I guess.
Restrain targets.
And there has been 2 patches since this came out, and I'm hoping it's not just about the IP infringement, it's also to improve the ability of
I
SWAT
wanna go home.
Talk to entry team.
to actually arrest these
Great work,
people
entry
again.
team. Keep it up.
But man, I cannot get over the graphics. This is really well done. This looks really, really good. Ah, it's mirror blocked as well. There's some. It seems like almost every door now is mirror blocked. Unfortunately, I did get hit somewhere around the hip area, but it did not really affect me that much, I guess. Holy hell. They did. This really is the mass shooting scenario. It counts as a barricaded suspects scenario at this point, but this is clearly a mass shooting event that happened here in this club. And people are not happy about that, I guess, like real life people, I mean. That are set in a nightclub with a similar name, and now I can kind of imagine why. You don't want this to be you don't want this to be the name of your club. It's like,
Get
oh
down,
yes,
I
this
wanna
is
see
the.
hands.
You don't want your name associated with a mass shooter level, I guess. You know, makes sense. I can disassociate from that, but some people apparently cannot. So. You know what though? I despise nightclubs, but this actually looks like one I'd be interested to go to at one
Talk
point.
reporting. Copy entry team.
I'm not a
Proceed
nightclub
with mission.
person. Well, this is kind of cool. Don't like the music, but well, can't have everything, right? Mirror blocked as well. Come on, man. Actually, let's wedge that door.
Door jam here.
Because I'm sure we can reach this from the other side as well.
Door jam here.
Pools? We have pools on this map as well? Ah, you just sold me.
Help us!
Hands up now. Drop your knees. Police, hands up.
I remember this area from the white box version of this map. And I've played this map before
Hands.
as the white box version, but holy hell.
Hands up. Do it now.
This is one hell of an art pass, man. This map looks amazing.
Kill 'em. Fucking criminals. Civilian cuffed and ready for trailers.
Talk reporting. Copy. Move on.
Alright. Oh! Where did he come from?
Make this ugly. Put your hands up.
And I got hit. These guys, honestly, are a little bit too fast and a little too accurate. Come on, get out of this door.
Get down. I want to see hands.
Now we see the
Drop the gun. Hands up now. Drop your knees.
those animations at work. The new cover animations. That is incredible. It's hard to tell where they are, honestly. There's been plenty of shooting. I have no idea where it came from, but it's also kind of hard to tell with all of these visual effects going on.
Drop the weapon. Drop it now.
Oh, my gun was empty.
Objective failed.
Oh no. Alright, let's give that another go, because honestly, man, I'm impressed with the level of detail on this map. It is really good looking. Really, really good looking.
Affirmative. Moving into your
Talk
position.
to element. Entry team. Suspects have taken refuge in the area and are refusing to cooperate. Move in.
But with all of this visual fidelity, even though I've played this map before as a white box map, It's kind of hard to know where I am, and honestly I haven't played it all that much as a white box either, because I was waiting for this final art pass, and holy shit does it not disappoint. And this is incredible. Well, of course, suspects are never really where they used to be.
Wounded civilians stable and prep for evac.
Talk to entry team.
But yeah, I need to
Get on the ground now.
figure out a plan for this. I think this leads
Jam the
to the
door.
main dance
Door
area.
jam ready.
So we'll block that off, so at least they won't be able to run away from us once we reach it from the other side.
Hands up.
I'll
Drop to your knees.
tie this little lady up.
Hurry up and get us out of here. Please.
Civilians standing by for trailers.
This is talk. Copy. Move on.
Right, that is locked. Blocked, I mean. That is good. And I'm just carelessly walking over bodies. Oh man.
I can hear him.
Get down and put your hands out.
Get me out of here.
Make them secure.
Help us,
Get down. I
please.
want to see hands.
Restrain
All done.
targets.
Contact is secured.
Oh, I've got a working cell phone here.
Calm down.
I'll get rid of this.
That's pretty
well,
cool.
I won't get rid of her, but I'll tie
My
her up.
arms don't bend that way, asshole.
Civilian is secured.
Talk to entry team. Copy. Move on.
Some pretty cool attention to detail here, man. Really. Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Hands up now. Drop to your knees.
I don't need the friendly cams to be on, really. Yeah, I think this is the only other way to go. We have this side entrance, or this, you know, this backstage entrance. We'll
Use the door
wedge
jam.
that door there as well. And I keep going for my Opti-Wand, but of course there's no use in taking that. Alright, so I hear voices on the other side of this door. Actually, let's close it.
Post up and cover.
We'll have our
Roger.
guys stack up
Take
and
care
we'll
of
open it with a flashbang. In fact.
Open clear with flashbangs.
All right, copy that.
Man, I cannot get over the graphics on this map. This
Thanks,
is
ready.
absolutely amazing.
6.
Get
One
down.
person,
I want to see
unarmed.
hands up.
Make them secure.
Well, that person is tied up.
Light stick away.
Talk to high ground. Roger. Trailers inbound.
That is one hell of a flashlight. Holy crap.
Ball in.
Right
See if
behind
we
you.
can close this door. Oh!
Use the door jam.
We'll wedge this one.
Door jam here.
Now we'll come in from a different side, actually.
Wedge here.
Because there's no cover on the sides of these doors. This is a really bad spot for the AI, at least, to breach. They won't be able to get away with that, toss a flashbang or whatnot. So, like, that would be a much better door to clear in co-op.
Put your hands up.
Officer, please.
Restrain targets.
Right, I know that other guy in the
Zipped up and
room
ready to
here heard us do this. Call out to her anyway.
You aren't in
Ow,
trouble.
my
Don't
arms
worry.
don't bend that way,
Talk
asshole.
reporting. Great work, entry team.
Post up and
Inbound.
cover.
Alright, we'll have everyone stack up. I'm going to actually pick her up and I'll move her back a little bit.
Open and unlock.
I guess I'll put her in the corner here. There we go. Alright, we'll open this with a
Open it.
flashbang as
Toss a
well.
flashbang.
Yeah, copy that.
But there's some really bad cover here, man.
It's open. We're good to go.
The bang is ready.
Like, he's just standing right in front of the door.
Down on your knees. Down on your knees.
Gun down now.
All right, light stick away.
I'll just quickly block these doors. I press 1, I don't know why that reloads, but
Provide support.
Coming to you, sir.
clearly it does. I heard a Russian voice in here somewhere, I think. That is not Russian. That's more like Arabic, I think. Yeah, I see a gun. Flash out.
Drop your weapon.
Oh, come on.
On the floor.
Get on the ground now.
Drop it now.
Get your hands up.
Oh, it's hard to see him.
Restrain targets.
Got him. Cuffed and secure.
Drop your
Sit now.
You have the right to remain.
Talk to entry team. Great work, entry team. Keep it up.
Hands up. Do it now. Restrain targets.
What is he doing?
Put the gun down. Drop your weapon.
Drop the gun! Don't make me shoot you!
Help us, please.
Hands up. Drop your knees.
Suspect taken out, sir.
We've got a
Alright,
dead
that was a
suspect.
clean headshot. This guy,
Entry team.
also dead, I think. But we don't seem to be getting a... oh, I did not want to tie him up. He's a dead body. But I was trying to pick up his gun. There it is. Oh man.
Suspect killed.
Talk to entry team.
Alright, so these are serious
Roger
gunmen
that.
from the looks
Continue
of
with your
them.
mission.
He's tied up, so that's good. Yeah. Might be good for another engagement or so.
Make him secure.
Contact is in custody. Civilian secured. Ready for pickup.
Talk to entry team.
And probably again, yeah, all of these doors are mirror blocked. That is really unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate. Alright, I have no idea where all this leads, but it's all backstage, so it should be okay, more or less. This might lead back to another bar area, yes. It does.
Hands up. Drop your knees.
This is the main dance floor, except we reach it from the other side. This one should be blocked, yes, that one is blocked. And the other side of this is blocked, so if we clear this out now, we should have it contained, but I'll reload here just in case.
Over here.
Get down on your hands.
Holy shit, man. Ooh. There's a lot to take in here. This is one hell of a room to clear. But it seems we have a suspect down. He was on the second floor. Holy shit. That's a ton of bodies here.
Stay still.
Absolutely insane. They might have
Just
overdone
leave me
it,
here like
honestly.
this.
Could have made the point of a mass shooting without all of this. But
Copy. Move on.
man, way to commit, I guess. Bullets.
إخوتي الشرطة هنا.
Up. Woo. Try that again. Get out of my way. That was too late. Crap. I thought I had reloaded my taser. I might have been able to take this guy alive, but
Roger that. Continue with your mission.
sadly not.
Get your hands up!
Make him secure.
I'll have someone else tie him up.
Done. Zipped up and ready to go.
Put the gun down now.
Suspect is secure and ready for pickup.
Talk reporting. Roger, entry team. Great work. Keep going.
On me.
Coming to you, sir.
Restrain targets.
Put your hands up.
Got him. Cuffed and
There is something happening here that
It's a part of the job, man.
are those toilets though.
Notifying trailers.
I have no idea where that guy came from. Obviously from the rear, but or maybe from the second floor.
The suspect is expired.
That is some serious hardware these people are packing. Well, no wonder with all the amount of people that they shot. And look at the bullet walls on that wall even. Yeah, I didn't even fire a shot. My team is taking care of things quite well. Got 2 injured, 3 injured in fact. Only 1 healthy officer remaining, but so far so good. Everyone is still alive and I should be happy with that, I guess.
Suspect killed.
Yeah, that was the other guy.
Reporting. Talk copies all. Proceed with your mission.
Yeah, and at this point, yeah, reporting every guy that's died or dying on the ground is impossible. It will be a constant activity. So I'm happy at least that you don't need to do that. That's a good choice on their part, because you would never report every single body on this map. Alright, we're down to the pools again. This is really cool, man. This is a really difficult space to navigate though. This whole this whole place is a maze, and we did pass through here earlier, clearly.
Civilian is DOA.
Talk reporting. Roger that, entry team.
This is
Tag and
I
keep
see where
moving.
we are. Okay. But man, with the pools and everything, the imagery and the suspects looking like jihadists, I feel like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. This would be an obvious target for them, I guess. They would definitely view this as something extremely negative. Myself, I'd like to visit this
Police,
place.
hands up!
Get me out of here.
Looks pretty cool. Anyway, I heard a voice. I don't know if that means there is a suspect in here. We can kind of peek around, though. This seems to go back to the place we've already seen.
Get on the
Cops are
ground
here.
now!
Help
Police,
us,
hands
please.
up!
We got her as well.
Ow! My arms don't bend that way, asshole.
That seems to be very, very
Talk
common
to
for
entry team.
everyone. Nobody has
Roger,
those
entry
bendy
team.
arms.
Great work. Keep going.
Alright, so from here we went back to the main dancing area. Right, but I don't know if there's any other direction. Yep, there's a door here that we haven't checked. Like I said, this map is a little bit
Police, get down!
clusterfucky. Lots of visual details going on, lots of weird rooms and angles and whatnot. This goes back the way we came from. Alright, that one is blocked. So I might as well have continued that little circle, I guess, but oh well. This is one hell of a crazy map though. So it's all blocked. That's the way up. Now this door actually is not blocked, so there's another door on the other side of it that is blocked, I guess. So we do need to clear this hallway. That door is blocked, yeah. That one. This one is also blocked. Alright, so we know now that at least it seems to me that the entire ground floor is clear. That sounds like there are some people crying. Oh,
The suspect is expired.
there's another dead body. One of my suspects took care of.
Notifying medical.
It is incredibly easy to lose overview. So this is the toilets, we've cleared those out. We don't need to check that again. We've cleared this side, but then we haven't gone up here. Phone calling. Itchy nose right there for a second. Ah, this is the stair. I recognize the staircase from when we were downstairs. Alright.
Put your hands up. Get me the hell out of here.
He has a bomb vest. Holy shit.
Restrain targets.
Let me just keep an eye on that guy.
Contact is in custody.
So far, so good. The AI seems to arrest everyone pretty okay.
Don't worry, everything's gonna be okay now. You're in safe hands.
Where are these people?
Talk to element.
Holy shit.
Work it.
Get on the ground now. Restrain targets.
Alright, they took care of one guy pretty well. That guy needs to be arrested. I'll keep an eye on him in case he wants to grab a knife. Alright. Covering this angle. Seems clear.
Suspect killed.
Down on your knees. Roger, entry team.
Back up his gun. And this also has an overview of the main dance floor. Huh. Lots of military grade weaponry here. This is an absolute nightmare to work through, actually. The noise.
Down. Get on the ground now.
The visuals and the floor plan. Nothing here is easy.
Make him secure.
Alright, tie her up, please.
Got him. Cuffed and secure.
Alright, that took a second longer than it should have, but
Suspect has
Police,
expired.
Down on your knees.
Police,
Hot copies
why are
all.
you arresting
Make him
me?
secure.
With your mission.
it did work.
Contact is in custody.
I hear
Deploy flashbang.
I know you've been through a
a
lot.
voice, and I don't have flashbangs anymore.
High ground. Roger,
Hands
entry
up.
team.
Above your head.
That flashbang did not go where I wanted it to. Clearly. But I've run out. I definitely need to take more.
Hands up. Put your hands.
That guy was taking cover really well.
Suspect DOA.
Talk to entry
And he had a bomb vest on as
Affirmative,
well.
entry team.
And this is the other guy with the bomb vest. He did not carry a weapon. He really wanted to blow himself up. I guess he was waiting until we got closer. I wonder if this guy would explode if you shoot him in the bomb vest.
We've got a dead suspect here.
I'll tie this one up just because he
Roger
has a
that,
bomb
entry team.
vest.
Tag him and keep moving.
Get on the
Please,
ground
please, just get us
now.
out of here.
Fall in behind me.
Okay, I'm on your 6.
Get out of my way, miss. That door
Restrain
has been
targets.
shot through.
Contact is restrained. You aren't in trouble. Don't worry.
I'm good to go.
Talk to high ground. Copy entry team
Oh, that's
notifying
not.
trailers.
We have a soft complete, so I guess we got everyone except maybe a gun here or there. Yeah. All right. Let's soft complete. I'll vote yes. Not sure what I'm missing, but that will be a needle in a haystack. So we brought order to chaos and we rescued all of the civilians. We might have missed a gun, but in that mess of bodies, we didn't report a single dead body. I guess we did get all the evidence. So that was the difference. One dead body did not get reported out of countless, honest, countless of dead bodies. Anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please do leave a like and a comment below if you enjoyed this content and wish to see more. And I will see you guys for whatever video I do next.